In humanity's first 250,000 years as foragers, about 9 billion people lived and died. Thanks to agriculture in the last 1,000 years, about 55 billion people have lived and died, and 7 billion of them are around now. This is great for rising complexity. We now live in a unified global network of billions of brains. Communication is almost instantaneous, and we harness the power of the Earth and Sun on a massive scale. The potential for new breakthroughs in technology or in our understanding of the cosmos is heightened by all of this. It's all part of the continuous rising complexity in big history, a trend that has been proceeding for over 13.8 billion years, from gas clouds to stars to single-celled organisms to trilobites to dinosaurs to culture.
Probability dice, take only the come to December. No, tis a great hey, can dispersa. But
even if it does level up, we've still got problems concerning how to support all those people at a decent standard of living and how to find the energy to fuel that process. I mean, we're talking about between 10 and 12 billion people. The first time the world's population got to 1 billion humans was 1804. So right now,
a day that will live in something or other. I don't know if we'll live in fame or infamy or notoriety. Two important things happened on July 23rd, 1973. The first one was that Monica Lewinsky was born. Now, like I said, she's going to live as long as Nell Gwyn and Madame Pompadour. The second thing that happened on July 23rd, 1973 is I became convinced I was receiving telepathic instruction on consciousness expansion from somebody in the system of the double star Sirius.
This component-based analysis is a powerful method for describing social systems. Unfortunately, though, it fails to capture the most important feature of social reality, that is the relations between individuals. Statistical analysis presents a picture of individuals and groups isolated from the nexus of social relations that give them context. Thus, we can only get so far by studying the individual, because when individuals interact and organize, the result can be greater than the simple sum of its parts. It is the relations between individuals that create the emergent properties of social institutions, and thus to understand these institutions, we need to understand the networks of social relations that constitute them.
Hi, it's Mr. Anderson, and in this video I'm going to talk about selection. Most of us are familiar with natural selection in the work of Charles Darwin. We'll talk about that, but I'm going to talk about two other forms of selection, both artificial and sexual selection in this video. When you're trying to use the word selection, sometimes students are confused, and so the best analogy I can come up with is thinking back to your days playing kickball or playing baseball when you were young, and they'd have everybody line up, and then the two captains would get to choose who they want on their team.
You say fidelity, but that's an hypothesis. What we do observe is enough stability for things to be cultural at all. Fidelity, you have to take a microscope and look at the process of transmission and see if you have a copying system actually at work. And you do often. And indeed, I'll come to words just in a second, where you have something pretty close to copying. Closer. We have something pretty close to copying. What I want to say is the copying is just one limiting case of very little interpretation, and you're very close to it. But when you say fidelity, it's, what you observe is that at the population scale you have stable cultural forms. You infer from it fidelity. You didn't observe. If you look, I mean, if you're a student of communication, if you're a student of all the process of transmission, if you're a student of memory, you don't see much. I mean, you say there's a lot of fidelity, but it's way below what you would need to explain the stability. So what is the? So there's a gap between what you can explain in terms of fidelity of memory, communication, and so on, and the stability that you, and that's where abstraction goes on. Just one word about words, and then I will stop again because it's fascinating all the themes that you develop. I'd love to talk about them at much greater length. Take words. Indeed, they are the most meaningful thing in culture. You write, look, it's